that Money Baby song, man?
Yeah, man, I hit him up for a feature, man. You know, rock with that man for a long time.
Hollywood,
He told me I need that money.
Yeah, went Hollywood on you, huh?
That nigga like a new Louis belt. That nigga flat.
Man, I like smoking weed. I like getting fly. Man, that boy ain't fly, man. Looking at man. Hollywood stuff.
What's good?
Like that. Oh, shit, man. What's up, Cap? What up, man? It's been a minute, bro. What's good, man? Let's talk about you, bro. What's good, man?
Oh, you getting that money, baby? I see the Klondike sports
I like
person, bro.
smoking weed. I like getting fly. Hey.
When I sit back and think about it, yeah, shit could be much worse, so I gotta think about it. Get off my ass and make this work. You know you gotta be about it. You don't get shit sitting around all day. Hustle is the only way to get that pay. Keep going, don't stop. Grind hard till you hit the top. One day your shit gon' pop. One day your shit gon' pop. Keep going, don't stop. Grind hard till you hit the top. One day your shit gon' pop. Keep going, don't stop. It just take one time to believe in yourself, then you gotta wake up, make it happen. Been a young nigga on the ground for some time way back before I started rapping. Then I picked up that pen, had my mind on the wind, self-made. They ain't gave me shit but a whole bunch of hate. Nigga, why wait? I ain't got no time, boy, I'm still going in. Can you tell me how it feel? But fuck these bitches, get money. Grind hard, just stay hungry. Don't let a nigga take nothing from you. Don't let a nigga play like a dummy. Make that money be something. Don't trade on your nigga, stay 100. Don't trade on your nigga, stay 100. They see I came straight from that bottom. They don't like that shit, don't know. Fell in love with that success, and damn, I gotta have some more. I don't worry about you niggas, I ain't stressing about no hoe. I just focus on this money, I'm addicted, that I know. When I said I can think about it, yeah, shit could be much worse, so I gotta think about it. Get off my ass and make this work. You know you gotta be about it. You don't get shit sitting around all day. Hustle is the only way to get that pay. Keep going, don't stop. Grind hard till you hit the top. One day your shit gon' pop. One day your shit gon' pop. Keep going, don't stop. Grind hard till you hit the top. One day your shit gon' pop. Keep going, don't stop.
This shit real to me. They don't really know how I feel to be diagnosed with cancer and leukemia, which means that a nigga ill is me. But they won't give me my credit for it. I got a dream and hey, that nigga you can't destroy. Or they don't play me on the radio, no, cause I don't rap about shit I can't afford. I'm riding with a gun, I'm paranoid. Cause when you in the streets, death and jail is two things that you can't avoid. Man, this shit don't happen overnight. I'm the dopest nigga rapping over mics, but I'm tryna do something different. Nigga, I've been trapping all my life. I keep a hood in each verse. I smoke kush, I cheap perp. I got a bad little bitch. Life could
when
be
I sit
worse.
back and think about it,
Yeah.
shit could be much worse, so I gotta think about it. Get off my ass and make this work. You know you gotta be about it. You don't get shit sitting around all day. Hustle is the only way to get that pay. Keep going, don't stop. Grind hard till you hit the top. One day your shit gon' pop. One day your shit gon' pop. Keep going, don't stop. Grind hard till you hit the top. One day your shit gon' pop. Keep going, don't stop.
Here in a minute, bro.
All right, bro.
All right, man.
See my months feeling like days, days feeling like hours, hours feeling like seconds. My blessings hold all my power. We just get devoured. Wealth that highlights some cowards, concealing all the knowledge, but flossing all of their dollars, man. What the hell is going on? Can't wrap my brain around this thing. You hear my pain in every song. I did my dirt, I cleaned it up. I got my right to correct my wrong. You ain't willing to forgive, no, you ain't strong. Let it go, say I forgive you. Lord, I said I'm with you. Open my people mind, show them the bigger picture. No, don't wanna hit you. No, I don't wanna split you. I'm just speaking speaking the truth. Like you when you on that liquor, the game just ain't the same no more. The cocaine just ain't the same no more. Everything I bring is flame straight raw. Understand one thing, this game ain't yours. Lock the doors, okay, you grab it, you get it. You handle your business, you work in your job, you take care of your children, you pay all your bills, you buy clothes and shoes. Welcome to the world, what you doing, what you supposed to do. You ever heard of the saying? More money, more problems, whether you broke or you rich. Just know that everyone got it. Just keep your faith in your Father and everything will be cool. Say a prayer every day to make it through, cause I'm so heavy in the game. 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 Cause I'm so heavy in the game. 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 See my months feeling like days, days feeling like hours, hours feeling like seconds. My blessings hold on my power. We just get devoured. Well, they highlight some powers, concealing all the knowledge, but flossing all of their dollars, man. What the hell is going on? Can't wrap my brain around this thing. You hear my pain in every song. I get my dirt, I cleaned it up. I got my rights to correct my wrong. You ain't willing to forgive, no, you ain't strong. Let it go, say I forgive you. I'm forgiving every hater that hate me, cause I understand your hating only made me strong. Hate me, baby, strong. Hate me, baby, strong. Hate me, baby, that's gonna only make me. I'm forgiving anyone that betrayed me, cause I understand your betrayal only made me strong. Betray me, baby, strong. Betray me, baby, strong. Betray me, baby, that's gonna only make me. Grinding I get, I handle my business. I'm working my job, I take care of my children, I pay all my bills, I buy clothes and shoes. Welcome to the world, what I'm doing, what I'm supposed to do. And I have heard of the saying, more money, more problems, whether I'm broke or I'm rich. I know that everyone got them, just keep my faith in my Father and everything will be cool. I say a prayer every day to make it through, cause I'm so heavy in the game. I'm so heavy in the game. I'm so heavy in the game. Heavy in the game. I'm so 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 heavy in the game. Cause I'm so heavy in the game. 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 I'm so heavy in the game.
Halito. What's happening? What's happening? What up to the tribe, man? Beautiful morning to the tribe. What's happening with y'all? So are we out of this Black History Month yet? Did we get out of y'all Black History Month yet? Or are we still in here? We got one more day in this Black History Month thing. Well, let's deal with something inside of this Black History Month. All right. Since we got one more day, you know, and they want to tell you what they want to tell you about inside of your Black History Month, all right? You know, hey, I feel like I should tell you what I want to tell you about your Black History Month, all right? You know, let me say this. Unity is a beautiful thing. Unity is always beautiful. You feel what I'm saying? If people can come together, well, unity in a positive unity is what I should say. It's always a beautiful thing. Anything people come together that is positive, I'm all for it. It's a beautiful thing. All right. One thing that you guys hear me say a whole lot of times, often, very often, is all skin folk ain't kinfolk. All right. Everybody that look like you is not for you just because they look like you. Okay. What's good? What's good? Everybody checking in. What's happening with y'all? Beautiful morning to the tribe. Peace to Sonya C. Definitely in here. My sister is in here. Sonya, I hope you're feeling better. Lynn Ross, what's happening with you? Lady E is in the building. Florida Geechee is up in here. My sister Sean is in the building. Sean, what's happening with you? I want to get this cranked up. But one thing before I go into this, since we're still inside of y'all Black History Month, those of you who celebrate, Black History Month, since we're still inside of this. Renita, what's happening with you, sister? How you feeling? Since we got what, one more day inside of this so-called Black History Month, and people they tell you what they want you to celebrate for Black History Month. One thing I learned was it's not always what people tell you. A lot of times it's what people don't tell you that you should pay attention to. Okay. So notice inside of the Black History Month, they always give you what they want you to celebrate. They always give you what they want you to celebrate. Then you have these copper colored people, these melanated folks who you will always hear. And this isn't everybody. I'm talking to the ones that love to say this. They love to say this. Oh, you're just trying to tear another black man down. Oh, you're just trying to tear black people down. This is when you're calling out black people and their nonsense and their BS. You'll have these so-called Negroes that'll come along and say, why would you want to tear another black person down? Why are you trying to tear down a black king or a black queen? You feel what I'm saying? And I'm the one who always tells you, everybody does not need to be in our circle. Everybody does not need to be in our presence. Just because they look like you does not mean that they are for you. This should be a clear example when Kamala Harris was running for president. Just because she looks like you does not mean she is for you. She told you, I'm not doing anything for you, Negroes. I'm not doing anything for you. All right. And this is someone who looks for you. But guess what? I'm going to do something for the Asians. I'm going to do something for the LGBT. I'm going to do something for the immigrants. But I'm not doing anything for you, Negroes. Everybody that looks like you is not for you. Remember, again, what I'm saying is, it's not always what they tell you. Pay attention to what they don't tell you. So when you're inside of this Black History Month, all right, and they're giving you your people to celebrate because they look like you, why don't they tell you about the people you need to pay attention to? Why don't they talk to my point? Why don't they talk to my point when I say all skin folk ain't kinfolk? You feel what I'm saying? Look at the people that y'all follow online. Look at the negative people that attack the positive people online that look just like you. Look at the influencers that y'all follow online who's leading you to the slaughterhouse. And they know they're leading you to the slaughterhouse. And guess who they look like? They look just like you. Same skin color, same skin color. They're hating on positivity. They're dressing up in costumes and funny hats and stuff. And they're misleading you. They're being manipulators on the internet. You know, some of the biggest hypocrites on the internet. They're trying to lead you off your land to go follow somebody in a whole nother land. They're trying to take you away from your birthrights on the land. And these people look just like you. They stand in your pulpits every Sunday and they use this book called a Bible or Quran or a lot of these other literatures. And they look just like you. Skin color looks just like you. And they take your last dollar in the name of Jesus, in the name of the Lord, in the name of the Holy Spirit. They take your last dollar. You go home, you know, they feed you false hope, you know, and you go home back to your same problems while they go home into their beautiful mansions. You have people in this thing called the Divine Nine, bunch of fraternities, Greek fraternities, might I add. Might I add, Greek fraternities, might I add. People that look just like you, claiming Greek shit. Look just like you, same skin color, and they play on your intelligence. They play on your emotions. You have people sitting right in the White House that look like you, that don't care nothing about you. No, we all do not need to come together. We need to weed out who is not for us. You need to find out who is for you. You need to pay attention to their characteristics, what they do, what they're about. Do they align with your life? Do they align with your principles? All right. Do they align with your morality? If you are an upstanding, inspirational, motivational, positive person in the universe, do these people that look like you have your best interests at heart? Are they purposely trying to help or harm you? Is what you should pay attention to. So inside of this so-called Black History Month, I just want to show you some stuff that speaks to my point, all right? Because in school, they're not going to too much tell you about who you should watch out for, the type of people you should watch out for, all right? Now, shout out to everybody checking in. Chris, what's happening with you? Mike, what's happening with you? Mike. Shout out to you. What you should pay attention to is, as we go into season 2 of our docuseries, Our Story, all right? We're taking you into the 70s era, all right? We're walking you into the 70s era. Come on now, Florida. Come on now, Florida. Let me talk. Let me cook. Let me cook a little bit over here. You jumping ahead of me. We finna get into all that now. I'm just playing with you, Florida. No, you're right, Florida. Pay attention to who's around you, who's leading you. All right. For us American Indians and us Aboriginals, you know, who was it that got up there in 1988 and pushed African American on us? And he looked just like us, and he knows he's an Indian. Who was that? You see what I'm saying? You got to pay attention to everybody. Watch who you support, who you stand next to. All right. So, wow, he said something was let in by the Aboriginal community. Let's look at the whole FBA thing, this foundational Black thing. I told y'all that's going to be our new fight. They see the Pan-African stuff has gone down the drain. All that, we all come from Africa, that ship has sunk. That ship is gone. So what did they do? They jumped off of that ship and they jumped over on this ship called FBA, Foundational Black Americans. All right? Black. Keep in mind, Black. They're using the term Black. Nobody recognizes Black in government. Like I was telling a sister today, the Foundational Black Americans is about to be our new reclassification if we don't attack it. If we don't attack it now. You got it's gonna be they took you from Indian to colored to Negro to mulattoes to what else they changed you to African American. Now guess what's gonna be after African American? FBA, Foundational Black. They keep putting different things in front of American. They keep putting different things in front of America, especially when it comes to you copper-colored people, you melanated people from the land of America. All right? So that's what we're going into in season 2 of Our Story. So make sure y'all go over there and y'all follow the Our Story channel. Just type in Our Story 1968 Indian Civil Rights. You'll see me on the screen. That's the page. It's a red feather. It's a red feather. That's the thumbnail for the page. All right. So now let's go into this video. Okay. Next Sunday, see episode 2 of Our Story. We're walking you into the revolution will not be televised. All right. That's the episode coming up next Sunday, 7 p.m. on the Our Story channel. Now, again, we're walking you into the 70s, and I want you guys to see inside of this Black History Month. For those of you who love to scream, I'm voting for her because she's Black. I'm voting for him because he's Black. Oh, we all just need to come together. Why would you want to tear another Black man down? Why would you want to tear a Black queen down? All right. So with that being said, I'll come back with my at the end of this. I want to introduce you guys to And some of you already know who this is. But I want to introduce you guys to just one guy, one person who speaks to my point, who speaks to my no, we all do not need to come together point. All right. And I would like to introduce this guy to you. He goes by the name Sisters Iron Facts. What's up with you? I would like to introduce this guy to some of you guys. He goes by the name of William O'Neal. All right. Shout out to William O'Neal inside of this Black History Month. We all need to come together month. We all need to stop tearing each other down. I just want to show you, this is the type of person I tear down when I run across them in our community amongst our people. Yet you have these brainwashed, programmed Negroes who will tell you, oh my gosh, stop tearing another black man down. All right. Well, this black man needed to be torn down. So for those who don't know who William O'Neal is, I'm about to introduce you inside of this Black History Month to William O'Neal. All right. Remember, it's not always what they tell you. A lot of times it's what they don't tell you. And they don't tell you much about William O'Neal, but I am. Let's go.
December 4th, 1969. Akua Njeri was 19 years old and sleeping next to her fiance, the Illinois Black Panther Party chairman, Fred Hampton.
The next thing I remember was someone in our room shaking Chairman Fred. Chairman, wake up, wake up. Plaster was flying off the wall. You could smell the cordite from the gunshot. If you've ever been under gunfire, 5 minutes is 5 hours. To you, it seems like forever. The shooting started back again. Then another voice unfamiliar to me said, "It's good to be now." I knew they were talking about Chairman Fred.
Fred Hampton was murdered by his government. But before that, he was a leader in a movement practicing a new kind of activism. A movement targeted because of its power to unite people.
Marking 1964 as a historic year in race relations, on July 2nd, President Johnson signed into law the Civil Rights Act. It was the strongest...
In the 1960s, racial progress in the U.S. was at a turning point. Activists won major civil rights victories, and the era of Jim Crow laws came to an end. But at the end of the decade, there were still deep social and economic gaps for Black people across the country. Black Americans continued to face high poverty, poor housing, and unemployment, and they still had little to no political representation.
Now, we're talking about, remember, 1968, Indian civil rights. Indian civil rights. What up, Exclusive? And Michael, you're definitely right. You're definitely right. Indian civil rights, 1968. This is when your people was out there fighting and marching with Dr. King for Indian civil rights. And check this out. They were fighting for fair housing. And isn't this what they are talking about right here? They were fighting for fair housing. This is what those Indians in 1968 civil rights movement, aka the Indian civil rights, were fighting for.
Face high poverty, poor housing, and unemployment, and they still had little to no political representation. These disparities and an increase in brutal police violence led to uprisings across the country. Many young Black activists grew frustrated that the changes they'd hoped for hadn't come.
It's just the opposite of being a white man. That's about the best I can really identify.
After the police killing of an unarmed Black teen in San Francisco, two activists in Oakland, California, Bobby Seale and Huey P. Newton, founded what was initially called the Black Panther Party for Self-Defense. Newton had studied law and knew it was legal to carry arms in California as long as they were not concealed. The Panthers began to patrol their communities. As the movement grew, several highly publicized confrontations with police would bring about mainstream awareness of the Black Panther Party. The allegations in these confrontations were serious, but the public accounts of them were typically one-sided and shaped largely by police. Media coverage depicted party members as a caricature of Black militancy.
The Black Panther Party was portrayed as a marauding gang. They said their goal was to kill all the white people.
In reality, the Panthers did call for radical change.
What they were hoping for was a revolution to overthrow the capitalist enterprise.
But what they called revolution might not actually sound so radical today.
Now, one thing I want y'all to understand, if you go back to season 1 of Our Story, over on the Our Story channel, go back to season 1, episode 1, 1964. There was a group of children down in Alabama who was the driving force in ending segregation. Episode 1, season 1 of Our Story. Go watch the Children's Crusade in episode 1 of season 1 of Our Story. Those children in 64 were the ones who ended segregation in Alabama. They went up against Bull O'Connor. They was down there in Alabama going to jail. Those children. Now, look at these people on the screen. Guess who that is? That's those generation of children. This is their generation right here. That's those same children from back then. This is their generation here who became militant. They grew up. They became militant. They got tired of marching and tired of fighting, but they was also introduced to that Black stuff too.
Focused on socialism as a way of solving economic needs. They looked to places like Canada, which always had a democratic political system, but the economic system has always been socialism. So they wanted a democratic socialist country here in the United States, which they saw as a more equitable, more humane system.
They released a 10-point plan for broad social reform that called for an end to police brutality and for Black employment, housing, education, and freedom from prison and jails. Chapters began forming across the country. They started to implement social programs, which they called survival programs.
The Panthers would say, put that theory into practice. If you really want to change minds and you really want to meet the people where they are, you have to give them the services which they need.
The programs included food and clothing drives, free health clinics, and sickle cell disease testing, and were funded largely by volunteers and donations from businesses. One of their big...
Now, what I want y'all to pay attention to is these are some people trying to do some positive things. Now, you got some people who will say the Panthers, they were COINTELPRO too. They were here too, whatever. You'll have a divide of people saying the Panthers were against us too, and then you'll have some people who say no, they weren't. They were for us. The point I'm trying to show you, whatever your feelings is, the point I'm trying to show you is there were some positive things going on in our community. Our own people started food programs. They were educational programs. They wasn't letting the government educate our children. These was our people trying to do positive things, right? I just want you to look at the positive versus the negative that's coming, okay? Now, just like us, we just went out in the community and we tried to help our people this past weekend. And we had negative people that look just like us trying to tear us down for going out in our community and trying to help people. Yet you will have people tell you, we all just need to come together. Why was there nobody saying, why are y'all trying to tear another Black king and queen down? They're trying to help our people. We didn't hear much of that. We had a bunch of people that look just like us trying to tear us down for helping our people. So right now, we're looking at the Panther Party. We're looking at the Panther Party create programs. They didn't wait for their hand with their hand out. Hey, government, can you give us this? Hey, government, can you give us that? No, they went and they took up donations, same way I did for the 110th Project, and they gave back to their community, okay? Because they were trying to better their community. Wait a minute, not only were they trying to better their community health-wise, they also said, hey, we tired of y'all coming in our community making mistakes, killing unarmed people. Guess what we're going to do? We're going to organize our own security force. And this is where you see the news headlines. Panther slays officer. Panthers shootout against the officers. Panthers fight the officers, right? This is where you're seeing that go on, right? But guess what's going to happen? And I'm sure y'all know what's going to happen. And guess who is going to get close to us, to tear us down? It's not what they tell you in school. It's what they don't tell you. They don't want you to know, no, you don't need to connect with everybody. No, you don't. They're not going to tell you you don't need to connect with everybody because that's how they send the people in to get close to you. They look like you. They look just like you because you'll never see them coming when they stab you in the back. Let's keep going. We're going to be introduced to William O'Neill real soon here.
The services which they need.
The programs included food and clothing drives, free health clinics, and sickle cell disease testing, and were funded largely by volunteers and donations from businesses. One of their biggest programs was a free breakfast for children initiative.
Here we are living in 1966, 67, is the most wealthy nation in the world. And kids were going to school hungry, especially in African American communities. So one of the first community service programs were free breakfast for school children.
And all the children had to do was come.
It was during this time that Akua and Jerry, then known as Deborah Johnson, met Fred Hampton.
They said all the children had to do is come eat, come be fed. That's all the children. Listen, we're going to make sure our children go to school with food on their stomachs. All right? Why would you want to tear something like that down? Why would you want to be a crab in the barrel Negro and tear something like that down that benefits your people? Yet you will have people say, we all just need to come together. Why would I want to come together with a Negro like William O'Neill? Why would I want to come together with some Negroes that look like me that tried to tear us down for feeding our people? Come on, y'all. Wake up.
I was a student at Wright City College, and Chairman Fred had come up to the school to speak. And he said, in the breakfast program, we feed over 3,000 children a week. We're serious about making power to the people of reality. We're not just sitting up here jaw-jabbing and talking shit, We about work. And I said, damn, he's serious about this business.
Fred Hampton grew up in Maywood, Illinois, just west of downtown Chicago. He became president of his local NAACP Youth Council in 1967 at 19 years old. Shortly after, he was recruited by a founder of the Illinois chapter of the Black Panther Party.
That you can tell revolutionary, but you can't tell a revolution.
Because of his charismatic skills, he quickly rise to the top of the crop.
Here he is at age 21, building and leading the Illinois chapter of Black Panther Party.
21 years old. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Bobby Seals, Huey Newton, those were young college students. Let that sink in. What are you doing today? How old are you today? What are you doing today? Tearing us down. How are you leading the youth who's going to have to come behind us? What are you leaving them to fight with? Why would you want to tear me down, Mr. Crab in a Barrel? Melanated man, woman? Why would you want to tear us down for helping our people. This is why I'm showing y'all we all do not need to come together. We have to get rid of a lot of these people around us. And it's sad to say, many of them look just like us. But they're not going to tell you this in school because they benefit from those people that tear us down.
Soon after they met, and Jerry and Hampton became a couple.
Anybody that has met him or heard him speak, they say he wasn't bullshit. He was for real.
You have to understand that you have to be proud of people. If your dad struggled, you dad win. If your dad not struggle, then goddamn it, you don't deserve to win. That means that peace to you if you're willing to fight for it.
Chicago in particular was a place where the party's ideals especially resonated. It was then the second largest American city, and due to decades of discriminatory policies, also one of the most segregated. Chicago's mayor at the time, Richard J. Daley, opposed neighborhood integration. And in the 1950s, the city had begun to redevelop certain neighborhoods, pushing low-income residents out and into densely packed, high-rise public housing in already overcrowded neighborhoods. Black people were pushed primarily to the south and west side of Chicago. A large Puerto Rican population was here in Lincoln Park, and poor white people were concentrated here in Uptown. These groups all faced similar problems.
They all had.
And let me tell y'all, those of you who've been around me, this is what y'all don't understand. Like, this is why I hate being around people who all they want to do, our people. This is why I hate being around our people who only want to blame the white man. Oh, the white man this, the white man that, the white man this, the white man that. But they will overlook the sellout Negroes right in your community that live right next door to you. They want to go to the Ku Klux Klan. Hey, we got to fight against the Ku Klux Klan. We got to fight them when it's Negroes right here in your neighborhood that's working just as hard as the Ku Klux Klan to tear down your community, and you don't say nothing to them. You want to go find some niggas with white sheets of the Ku Klux Klan and white supremacy and Ku Klux Klan and, oh my gosh, slavery. And you got Negroes right here, right in your own community, keeping you enslaved, keeping you in slavery, keeping your mind down. This is why I hate when I'm just not one who runs around here screaming about white supremacy like Tariq Nasheed. He controls your mind with that white supremacy BS, that self-oppressed BS. Tariq Nasheed, FBA's leader, cannot say two sentences without saying white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy. It's programming that says Negroes are inferior. Negroes are inferior. He's training y'all to believe in white supremacy, white supremacy, white supremacy, and making you think that you are inferior, inferior, inferior. That's the leader of FBA. That's what he's pushing. He wants you to be black, be black, be black, be black. He wants you to be black. White supremacy, white supremacy, systematic racism, be black, be black. It's what FBA is pushing. I don't care. That's your leader. He left you 1 minute, he was pushing you to Africa. Now he's pushing you to be black. And he looks like you. Pay attention. Pay attention. He's today's William O'Neill. Dr. Umar is today's William O'Neill. Sinetta is today's William O'Neill. Kevin Wesley is today's William O'Neill. All of these funny hat costume wearing, the black woman is god-ass Negroes is William O'Neill of today. Pay attention.
Dilapidated schools. They all had dilapidated homes. They were all being drafted into Vietnam. Very few of those communities had health care.
In 1969, Hampton led the Panthers towards an unexpected alliance, a coalition of activists working across racial lines against a corrupt city government that threatened their communities.
We gonna fight racism, not racism, but we gonna fight without there.
What they had in common was their poverty. So they was building a revolution based on class solidarity that transcends race, that they all had the same hell to pay.
Hampton named the group the Rainbow Coalition. It included the Black Panthers, a Puerto Rican group called the Young Lords, and a group called the Young Patriots, made up of largely poor white migrants from Appalachia who had moved to Chicago seeking economic opportunity.
This is why they were so afraid of Fred Hampton, because he was not all about just copper-colored people. He was about oppressed people. He wasn't just talking to us as melanated people, copper-colored people. He was also talking to other people who were oppressed. In one of his speeches, he says, I don't care what color you are. We are against oppression of any type of oppression. Man, you got to get that Negro up out of here. But look who's leading the charge. Another copper-colored person. Another one of us. This is why I tell y'all get these white folks too much credit. Y'all give these white folks too much credit. They fear you. And they fear you uniting. And they fear you doing exactly what Fred Hampton was doing, not just uniting your own people, uniting people as a whole. So what do? They go find a sellout crab in the barrel ass Negro, like these Negroes y'all follow on social media that's leading y'all to the slaughterhouse. They go find him. So this guy, William O'Neal, whatever content creator you follow online and you know he's a sellout ass Negro, whatever politician you love and you know he's a sellout Negro, or whatever church pastor you follow and you know he's a sellout Negro, well, we're going to just put him into the body of William O'Neal in this live right here.
We don't hate the motherfucker white people. We hate the oppressor, whether he be white, black, brown, or yellow. We got to know that.
I don't mean sing kumbaya and make a quilt. I'm talking about bringing them together on common things they can unite on. Not everything, but who could say that children do not deserve to have a healthy meal?
We work with anybody from coalition with anybody that has revolution on their mind. We're not a racist organization because we understand that racism is an excuse used for capitalism.
Hampton and other Panthers helped the Young Lords and Young Patriots launch their own social programs. They organized protests together. And it was working. Members were traveling across the...
I'm sorry, y'all. I just want y'all to just see how powerful we are as a people. How big of a leader our people are around the world. Man, I just look at this. Look at this. I mean, take away your personal feelings. You know, some of y'all, oh, the Black Panthers wasn't for us. Oh, they were sellouts and, you know, they were working with the... Take away. I just look at the message I'm trying to show you is how powerful people know we are as copper-colored people, especially copper-colored people of this land of North America. God.
Members were traveling across the country to organize Rainbow Coalition chapters.
Particularly where Black Panther chapters were, but also in these rural white communities as well, to bring the revolution to bear. This blows people's minds. These people are not supposed to get along, but here they are operating as brothers of the struggle, as revolutionaries against the capitalist structure. And that was the threat to the state at the local level, but also at the national level.
In 1968, the FBI had sent around this internal memo. It outlined goals to prevent the coalition of militant Black nationalist groups.
COINTELPRO, here we are. That's episode 3 or 4 coming this season in our story. It's coming. The prevent of a Messiah. I just told y'all about that, I think, in the last live. This is why they give you in your Black History Month, they give you the people they want you to celebrate. They give you the same 4, 5, 6 people to program your brain. They don't want you to know about people like a Fred Hampton, a Bobby Seals, a Lil Bobby Hutton, or some of these other freedom fighters, George Jackson. They don't want you to know about the Guerrilla Mafia family. They don't want you to know about Black August. They don't want you to know about these things. They don't want you.
And prevent the rise of a Messiah who could unify and electrify the militant Black nationalist movement.
Nipsey Hussle. Get him out of here. Get Nipsey up out of here, because he's unifying and electrifying and bringing together even the ops. Get Nipsey Hussle up out of here ASAP.
And electrify the militant Black nationalist movement. It wasn't written about Hampton specifically, but by 1969,
Chairman Fred Hampton was...
Now, 1968, they just had Dr. King assassinated as he was leading the Indian. How do why is it so hard to connect? 68, they just got rid of Dr. King as he was leading the Indian civil rights movement. And y'all call yourself Africans though. Like, why? Why was they fighting for Indians? In 68, now we're looking at COINTELPRO being put in place to get these Negroes out of here who's educating and unifying people about who they are, especially on this land. Do you know how much of a threat you are to the government? If you realize who you are on this land, you're not Black. You're not Black nothing. You're not Black nothing. King was leading Indian civil rights. Now we're moving into the 70s. They're starting to introduce you to this Black this. They're starting to introduce you to the Black this, Black that. The Afros is coming. Here comes the movies, African this, Africa that. Here comes the dashikis, and Africa this, and Black power this, and Black this. They're moving you more and more and more away from Indian. Remember, your elders and your family said they had Indian in them. Then your other elders told you, don't call us Black. Them was fighting words in my day to call me Black. We didn't like being called Black. But it's all a plan to move you further and further and further and further away from Indians, to the point that now you call yourself African American. Well, if you already came from Africa and you were an African already, then why would you have to be reclassified later down the line back to African if you were already African? Like, how did you become an Indian to need to be reclassified back to an African? I don't know, y'all. I'm just showing y'all in 68, they were fighting for Indian civil rights. And now they're moving you more into the 70s. And now you're becoming Black this, Black that, Black this, Black that, Africa, Afro puffs, Afro. Now let's go, y'all.
It wasn't written about Hampton specifically, but by 1969,
Chairman Fred Hampton was the one that fit the bill.
The revolution was in the air. And the ways in which the Panthers was able to transcend those racial lines, especially the charismatic leadership of one like Fred Hampton, they saw him as a greater threat even than Martin Luther King or Malcolm X ever was.
In one FBI memo about the Black Panthers breakfast program, they claimed their real purpose was to poison minds with anti-white propaganda and indoctrinate youngsters in hate and violence.
The FBI, under the leadership of J. Edgar Hoover, had deemed the Black Panther Party as the #1 threat to the internal security of this country.
The FBI operated a counterintelligence program called COINTELPRO. It was a program that targeted dissident political groups in the US. Their methods typically went outside the law.
They were using tactics such as assassination, discrediting, false narratives. They were falsely putting people in prison and exile, which were all illegal.
Several Black Panthers were killed.
That would be what Trump calls fake news back then. That would also be what I was telling y'all about Operation Mockingbird, created by the CIA, where they're actually pushing propaganda to the people, to the masses, to control the way you think and what you believe.
Several Black Panthers were killed or imprisoned, including the party co-founders. In Chicago, the party was also targeted by Mayor Daley and the Chicago police.
Our office was burned down at least 3 times. People would disappear. You never see their bodies again.
Before you go to bed, night, say I am a revolutionary. Make that the last word. In case you don't wake up and somebody might believe it, you might end up in what they call a revolutionary happy hunting ground.
Hampton, a rising star at just 21 years old, knew he was a target too. He'd been arrested in 1968 for allegedly robbing an ice cream truck and handing out $71 of ice cream. In 1969, he was sentenced to 2 to 5 years in prison. He appealed and was released on bond, but lost the appeal. He'd have to return to prison by December 6th. On December 4th, around 4 a.m., 14 Chicago police officers arrived outside Hampton's apartment on Chicago's west side. Inside, Hampton and Jerry and 7 other Panthers were asleep.
I was very pregnant, and the first thing I remember was Chairman Fred had fell asleep while talking on the phone. The next thing I remember was someone in our room
Started shaking the chair. Then
Chairman, wake up, the pigs are vamping. And I'm seeing Chairman Fred look up, and then he laid his head back down real slow.
Officers kicked open the door and shot Mark Clark, a visitor from another party chapter. They shot a sleeping 18-year-old named Brenda Harris. Then they shot in the direction of Hampton's bed.
mattress is just going. You can feel the bullets going into it.
I had moved over on top of Chairman Fred because there was shooting into our mattress. The person that had come into the room kept shouting, stop shooting, we have a pregnant sister in here. Eventually, the shooting stopped.
And Jerry was forced into the kitchen when she heard another voice.
Someone said he's barely alive.
He'll barely make it. I assume they were talking about Chairman Fred. Steve said, he's good and dead now.
As they took me out and jammed a revolver to my stomach as I was handcuffed behind my back. I didn't look towards our bedroom because I didn't know what I would see or how I would respond.
The police fired nearly 100 shots. Fred Hampton and Mark Clark were dead. The 7 surviving Panthers were arrested, and police smiled as they removed Hampton's body from the scene. The Chicago police and the state's attorney's office quickly shaped the narrative to call it a gunfight, a battle, and a shootout.
Officers involved in the raid testified that they were fired on from 4 different rooms in the apartment by shotguns.
Before I could get past the threshold, there were 3 shots fired from the rear bedroom.
They played back a story that you could not even fathom. They gave a fictional account of what happened. Again, vilifying the Black Panther Party.
I mean, you were firing at police. Yes, sir. We saw the shots coming out of the 2 bedrooms.
This attack by the Black Panthers on the police clearly demonstrates the true character of the Black Panther Party.
But experts and lawyers hired by the Panthers, along with other journalists, inspected the crime scene. The Panthers even opened the apartment so that anyone could examine it. And a drastically different picture emerged. It was clear that the police had fired unprovoked. Of the nearly 100 shots fired, only one possible shot could have come from a Panthers gun, likely from Mark Clark at the front door. The bullet holes that the police said came from Black Panthers were nail heads. Later, it also emerged that the FBI had assisted Chicago police with the raid. The FBI had an informant within the Black Panther Party named William O'Neill, who had become chief of security and Hampton's bodyguard. O'Neill had provided the FBI with a hand-drawn floor plan of the apartment, which the FBI then gave to Chicago police. And evidence strongly suggests that before the raid, O'Neill had drugged Hampton. In the years after Hampton's assassination,
one of your own. They used you on you. This is what they don't with this guy right here on the screen. Looks just like you. This is the crab in the barrel Negro. This is who the people who was downing us for going into the community, helping the people. This is who they would be. They would be this Negro right here. Those people that talk down on us for teaching our children, being an inspiration positively to our children. Those people that sit online all day and they down us. They tear down other people that look like us. This is who they would be. You will put them in the body of this crab in the barrel Negro. This guy is the reason I keep telling y'all we all do not need to come together. No, we don't. It's Negroes that look like this Negro. He looks just like you. And he's the one to stab you in the back. He's the one to tear down your organization. He's the one to disrespect you for feeding your people. This crab in the barrel Negro. This is what they don't want you to know in school. They don't want to push this in Black History Month. They don't want to tell you who tore you down. Because they want you to what? Blame the white man. Sure, the white man was behind this, but guess what? This Negro made the decision to go along with the white man. And this is why I keep telling y'all, sellout Negroes were not just created yesterday. They've been here. This is how many of you lost the land. Sellout Negroes. People that look just like you. You guys give these white people too much credit on taking you down. So when you listen to a guy like Tariq Nasheed, he would be this William O'Neill ass nigga. White supremacy. He wants you to fear white supremacy while not looking at what's right in your face. Negroes like him putting FBA right in your face to reclassify you once again, like they did when they took you from Indian and changed you to color and to Negro and to Black, and then they put a Negro like a Tariq Nasheed on the fucking up on the platform running for president of your country and told you to call yourself an African American, while the whole time he knows he's a Cherokee Indian.
And Hampton's bodyguard. O'Neill had provided the FBI with a hand-drawn floor plan of the apartment, which the FBI then gave to Chicago police. And evidence strongly suggests that before the raid, O'Neill had drugged Hampton. In the years after Hampton's assassination, the police and the FBI continued to imprison dozens of party members across the country. The official Black Panther Party would continue to exist until 1982, but membership decreased dramatically, and it would never be the same.
And I hope that each one of you will be able to die in the National Protest Revolutionary struggle for you to be able to live in. And I think that struggle is going to come. Why don't you live for the people? Why don't you struggle for the people? Why don't you die for the people?
Fred Hampton wanted revolution. Those in power wanted to destroy him and what he stood for. But they weren't totally successful.
Chairman Fred lives. You know what I'm saying? Through the military assault, through the destruction of the party as an organization itself, you know, by the state, the legacy of the party is still here.
Today, the work of Fred Hampton is alive through some of the same programs that marked him as a threat.
Many of the programs that the Panthers created are now staples of our society. We didn't have free breakfast in schools prior to the Black Panther Party's free breakfast program. Those free clinics, almost every major college campus got a free legal aid clinic. The ways in which sickle cell testing is now respected as a disease by the CDC and others. None of that stuff existed before the party. I think that's revolutionary.
The history of the Black Panther Party is going toe-to-toe with this government will never die. Never die.
So, with that being said, I hope in this so-called Black History Month, y'all start looking at the picture as a whole. So many of you were so impressed. Y'all were so impressed when Grandmaster Jay put on that show and he walked through Stone Mountain, Georgia with a bunch of Negroes with guns. And y'all thought that was just, y'all were so impressed by that. But you didn't look at the bigger picture to see that this was all an ego thing for that one man to boost his ego. Y'all didn't look at the fact that he worked with the white folks, because he didn't just walk through Stone Mountain with all them Negroes with guns here in Georgia. He had a whole police escort. He called ahead of time and said, hey, this is what we want to do. And they gave that Negro marching with all those guns a police escort. There was women and children out there. If they were really trying to shake something up, they wouldn't have done it like that. That was all for show, to get Negroes all in their emotions, all in their feelings for his ego. And I told y'all, and I caught so much backlash. Everybody said, oh, you're just trying to tear another Black man down. Oh my gosh, I told y'all. I said that Negro, if a race war was to start right now, you Negroes are not ready for no race war. You Negroes can't even survive if your phone gets cut off for 5 minutes. You Negroes don't know how to read compasses. You don't know how to survive in nature. You don't know how to, you don't even know your escape route out of your community if you needed to get out. Where is your safe place in your community? If a race war was to, if this nigga has sparked a race war walking through Stone Mountain, Georgia, calling out the Ku Klux Klan, that's where he went. He went to Stone Mountain to find the Ku Klux Klan. But guess where them marching Negroes wasn't at? Right in their community, where shit's going on. Right in their community with the people who's hurting and harming our communities every day. He wanted to overlook them and go for the Ku Klux Klan that he knew wasn't there anyway, because they had a whole nother event somewhere else in Indiana somewhere. Guess what? At the same time he was marching through the empty streets of Stone Mountain, Georgia, putting on a show for you Negroes with his beret turned to the sides, his black sunglasses on, and screaming, Black Power, Black Power, Black Power. And I was calling that bullshit out. I was calling that nonsense out. While he was doing that, up in Indiana, there were some racist white folks who nearly hung a Black man, and it was caught on video. And guess who wasn't there? Guess who never showed up in Indiana for that? Guess who always showed up? Guess who always showed up in safe places where there was no beefing going on? There was nothing going on. Guess who always showed up? Those marching Negroes with guns, with the black sunglasses on, screaming, Black power, Black power, Black power. And they was not putting in no work nowhere. Not only against the so-called white folks, but they wasn't putting no work in against the so-called black folks either in their community who's helping to tear down their community. They were nowhere to be found putting in work on William O'Neill ass niggas. Nowhere to be found. There was always somewhere there was a camera on and they were marching, sounding, and looking tough. And when I called that nonsense out, I was called a coon. I was called a traitor. They said to me, you're always trying to tear down black folks. When I called out Tariq Nasheed, just trying to lead y'all niggas to Africa, and I tell y'all that Africa boat done sunk, and now he's trying to push foundational black, and he's trying to reclassify program. He's actually programming you Negroes to get used to calling yourself FBA. Foundational blacks. He's programming y'all. And because I call it out, I get called all kinds of names and say I'm trying to tear down another black man, or I'm being negative towards our people. Because all you have to do is play on our emotions. All you have to do is put a black fist in the air and say, Black power, Black power, Black power. And people get mad at me when I say Black power has never done anything for our people. It don't matter how hard you say it, how much you scream it, how angry you sound when you say it. Black power ain't never did nothing to help us. And you can't show me how Black power has done anything to help anybody in our culture. It's just feel good shit to say. It hasn't changed anything. It's just like when you go to church and the pastor says what you want to hear about Jesus and God and Allah and Jehovah. It's feel good shit to say. Nothing comes behind it. It just makes you feel good to scream Black power, because in one breath you scream Black power, Black power, and in the next breath you say white supremacy, OMG, we're oppressed, Black power, white supremacy, buck breaking, oh my gosh, the systematic racism. Oh my gosh, they're trying to buck break us. That's all Tariq Nasheed says. That's all he ever says. Listen to him talk. Yeah, this is what you call buck breaking. Oh my gosh, white supremacy is trying to take us over. Then you got these daishiki Wakanda forever ass niggas always screaming Black power, Black power. Then in the next breath they say systematic racism has us oppressed, and OMG, we were once slaves, piled at the bottom of the boat, and our history got taken from us. Woe is me. And because I call out that bullshit, I'm the enemy to you guys. You call me the enemy. When you're really the William O'Neill keeping us oppressed. We're in 2025. Who's oppressing you in 2025? Who? White supremacy. Where they at? Where's the headquarters? How we get there? Let's go. I'm with you. Let's go. Let's ride. When do we go ride on white supremacy? Huh? When do we go? When do we go set it off on white supremacy? I'm just asking. Where's the headquarters at? Let's go. What we gonna do, y'all? Huh? We keep talking about these same. You can email me, Chief Cali at chiefcali216@gmail.com. That's my email. chiefcali216@gmail.com. I'm just saying, y'all, when do we go ride on this white supremacy that keeps y'all oppressed? win. That's all I'm saying. We keep talking to every February. We talk about these same 4, 5, 6 people, and we talk about these same slavery stories of us on the plantations. And we got new niggas out here trying to William O'Neill us, talking about foundational blacks. I'm just saying, y'all, at some point, we gotta wake up, man. But this is the stuff that they're not gonna deal with inside of Black history. All right. They're just not gonna tell you these things inside of Black history because their plan is to keep you down. Their plan is to keep you in a slave mentality. So they give you a Black History Month. All right. So I just wanted to show y'all that. And with that being said, I'm getting ready to get out of here, you guys. I'm just trying to give y'all a different outlook, man. Golly. I'm sorry. Y'all not sick of the slave shit? All that, y'all not sick of all that shit yet? Like, that don't bother y'all no more? Like, I'm just saying. It's all good. I'm getting ready to get off, y'all. Y'all, listen, man. I'm just trying to give y'all a different outlook on this so-called Black history. Don't be lack, is all I'm saying. Stop be lacking. You don't have to be lack. All right. With that being said, I'm out of here, y'all. Y'all have a beautiful day. Shout out to the tribe.
Yeah, rhyme so dope, my eyes low. When you move like God, the time slow. I came back for the blacks and John Doe's. Crack open them land patents, let go of them townhomes. What's a native to a native? Eat $5 dough if he not melanated. Pale faces got you waiting on a savior. Sending prayers up, he texting back on vacation. Yeah, God's children. Give all your praise to Jesus, but how God feeling? He say put no one before him in divine image. It's you with God and Christians. I got a vision, but niggas ain't gotta listen, so they don't. We came from the soil, wasn't fucking with no boats. Bible took our spirit, English plotted on our homes. Tribal families turn on us, don't act like y'all don't know. But fuck them and they grudges. We was something turned to nothing. And now we nothing's turned to something. Reincarnation of ancients, fresh up out the oven. This the message to the black man. 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 Shooters on my roof, lawyers in the coop. We can never die, bitch, we bulletproof. This the message to the black man. This the message to the black man. Tell you wasn't slaves, you was prisoners of war. And stop wasting your time, these other bitches ain't important. You ain't meditating, you ain't mating with the sauce. Like what the fuck's a noodle if you ain't painted with the sauce? I find it hard to trust the pastor who rather side with the master, who preaching we should submit while getting murdered and captured. About how we should wait on God is never our vernacular. They get paid and praised by the dollar long as they keeping us stagnant. And niggas think they woke, huh? Like you could change a whole world through a vote, huh? Like slave masters willing to let their slave go, huh? That slave master was probably your kinfolk, huh? History in reverse, a black king strategy. When blacks were your majesty, they always hide your pyramids but point to where the castles be. Aristocracies with your last name patent accurately. Yeah. And I ain't even tell half the shit. Like, I ain't even tell a quarter of the shit. I'm just getting started. Y'all niggas rap about
of busting guns and all this weird shit. I'm trying to get my people back, nigga.
One for the money and two for the show.
Where my motherfucking real niggas at? The ones that be where I be, the ones that go where I go, the ones that see what I see, the ones that see our conditions and they get fed up like me. My niggas straight from the gutter, my niggas straight out the streets, my niggas that done did dirt, but trying to clean that shit up. My niggas used to be sleep, but they done woke the fuck up. Been in the same place forever, we living stuck at the bottom. That's cause we entertain bullshit and we look over knowledge. Who gon' be the example? Who gon' stand up for truth? Hey, who gon' teach them? Who gon' lead them? Who gon' ride for the youth? We gotta teach them integrity, teach them how to be proud. Don't only teach them to live, gotta teach them how to survive. So much shit we can challenge, but it's hella shit we don't know. Learn the laws of the land, look into COINTELPRO. But some shit you gon' learn, you gon' have to keep on the low. That's simply for our protection, cause sometimes silence is gold. To my niggas that died and they came right back resurrected. That's when you met your higher self and you were specially selected. I just wanna see change, see my people get free. Some was put here to follow and some was put here to lead. Hey, some was put here to learn and some was put here to teach. Some was put here to listen and some was put here to speak. Yeah, I know who I am and what I'm here to do in life. Cause every day I'm in my purpose, I was put here to inspire. I know the radio won't play this shit, but I'ma still do it. I'ma go against the grain with this conscious ass music. No, the haters don't like it, yeah, but I'ma still do it. I'ma keep cracking their head with this conscious ass music. No, the radio won't play this shit, but I'ma still do it. I'ma go against the grain with this conscious ass music. No, the haters don't like it, but I'ma still do it. I'ma keep cracking their head with this conscious ass music. Sometimes in order to unify, we gotta divide. Just cause your skin look the same don't mean that they on your side. Some of these niggas don't give a fuck, they be bogus as hell. I got the perfect example, just look at Oprah and Gail. I mean, just look how they played us. So they soldiers and haters. Pay attention to energy, good or bad is contagious. If we gon' try to get better, we gotta change our mentality. Put respect where it gotta go. Let's get back to our families. The government fucking us, and we just keep fucking up. We buy tickets to the show to watch them divide and conquer us. What the fuck is we doing? We leading our kids to the slaughter. Instead of drinking the knowledge, we leading a horse from the water. Niggas still begging and pleading, niggas still crying oppression, but niggas self-sabotage, but they won't look in the mirror. It's so much shit we do and don't do that still keep us in change, and we won't unlearn and relearn and think the white man's to blame. I know the radio won't play this shit, but I'ma still do it. I'ma go against the grain with this conscious ass music. No, the haters don't like it, yeah, but I'ma still do it. I'ma keep cracking their head with this conscious ass music. No, the radio won't play this shit, but I'ma still do it. I'ma go against the grain with this conscious ass music. No, the haters don't like it, but I'ma still do it. I'ma keep cracking their head with this conscious ass music.
Yo. Before I get out of here, I forgot to tell y'all real quick, before I get out of here, while I still got some of y'all in here. I have, because y'all have been asking me to monetize this channel for the longest. And I really don't want to monetize this channel. I don't care to monetize this channel here. For some of you who understand, it's been a lot of baggage that come with this channel. Though I have the subscribers enough to start it, I have the watch time to monetize this channel. I don't want to monetize this channel specifically, so I have started a new channel. The new channel is called Cheap Talk with Chief Cali. Cheap Talk with Chief Cali. you guys, please, in order for me to start going live over there, and that's the channel that I will monetize. I don't want to monetize this channel. I like my freedom over here on this channel. I like being able to say what I want to say. I don't have to watch my words. I don't have to worry about people striking me and all of that. I don't want to monetize this channel here. But I do have a new channel I started 2 days ago called Chief Talks with Chief Cali. Let me see if I can pull it up real quick. Let me see if I can pull it up. I just started. I got 2 videos up right now. I will start uploading. I only want positive videos over there. When I start going live, I only want to have positive things over there. I don't want y'all to see the nonsense that I be dealing with over here with some of these people, some of these content creators. I'm not gonna have none of that. Let me see if I can pull it up. And over there, so this is my channel. Let me put it on the screen so you can see. Over there, I won't be in a box with my content, whatever I choose to put over there. Most of my content over there, I just want it to be, this is the new channel right here. Is it on the screen? Okay, I think it's up on the screen. This is my new channel right here. Chief Talk with Chief Cali. Please, if you guys don't mind, go over there and hit the subscribe button for me, y'all. That way I can start getting my, my subscribers up so I can start going live. I believe I have to have like 1,000 subscribers over there. So if you guys can help me out over there, please, subscribe to that channel. Again, that is the channel that I will monetize. And I just want that channel to be clean cut. I want it to be fresh. I don't want it to be attached to no baggage, that I deal with over here on this channel. Plus, when I want to have my freedom of being able to say what I want to say and talk how I want to talk, without worrying about getting struck and all of that. I don't got time for all of that. I like to play my music on my lives. So a lot of times what I'll start doing is I'll start moving. Like when I do a live over here, I'll make sure I take out the music and all of that, and then I'll move it over to that channel if it fits that channel's criteria over there that I'm trying to have with that channel. All right. So I don't want no drama over there on that channel. I just want it to be positive and inspirational or informational, educational over there on that channel. Okay. So once I learn all the ins and outs of being monetized, y'all will see me posting more and more over there. I don't know all the ins and outs of what I got to do to be monetized. I know y'all be watching y'all words like crazy. And that's another reason I chose to start a new channel, because it'll put me in the mindset that, hey, you're not on your main channel. This is the channel you have to watch your words. This is the channel you'll have a diverse crowd over here with the content you're going to be putting up. You're going to have a diverse crowd over here. You're not going to have just the Indian community over here. You're not going to have just the spiritual people over here. You may have some religious people over here. You may have some people, some Democrats over here. You may have some Trump haters over here. But with the content that I plan to put up on that channel, it shouldn't really matter who you are and what you believe in. You should be able to resonate with positivity, all right? Inspiration, no matter what you believe in, who you believe in, what your political stance is, none of that. You should be able to resonate with positivity, humor, things of the sort, all right? So this is my new channel, Chief Talks with Chief Cali. You guys, please help me with the subscribing. I think I have to have 1,000 subscribers before I can do my first live. So if you guys can help me, if y'all can spread the word in your groups, in your sisterhoods, in your, anybody that supports me, if you're watching in the bushes and up in the trees, Please help me with the subscribers. I'm going to, that's where I kind of want to do my reactions to certain videos and stuff. I have to look into that too, because I don't know how that works. I don't understand, you know. I know sometimes you can't play certain music, you can't play instrumental. Like, it's a lot that go in with that monetization stuff that I've never dealt with since I've been on YouTube. None of my channels, I have a couple other channels too. None of my channels have been monetized, nor have I cared to have them monetized. But you guys have been coming over here on my live, and y'all have been saying, "Hey man, get this page monetized, get this page monetized." And you know, I just want to. I had a sister, Mirror, who messaged me, emailed me. She sent me another avenue for working with getting my other page monetized and everything. I guess until I get it monetized, you know. So y'all have been helping me behind the scenes on this whole monetization type thing. You know, I do what I do from the heart. But over there on that channel, you guys have been asking me, and some of you have started helping me behind the scenes on trying to get that page monetized and telling me what I need to do and this and that. So again, I didn't want to do this page. I didn't want this page to be monetized. This is where I can come talk my shit. And I ain't got to worry about nothing. This is where I can come play my music. I can come play my videos at, and I don't have to worry about being struck and all of that. That, you know, I can say what I say over here. All right. So thank you guys. I'm definitely about to get out of here now, but I did want to run that by you guys about this new channel that I have. Just help your brother out over there. All right. Peace.
Come on now, man. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me. Get off of me.
I think I lied, said I was prepared to die, but I feel my heartbeat slowing down. I'm lightweight scared inside. I feel paralyzed, I can't stand up, I'm damn near terrified. I can hear the screams, but I could barely breathe, I can't respond. I was almost up that check for real, wish I could've ran, I swear to God. Hurt my pride, my only choices, let it slide. Damn, taking a risk to feed my fam, but if I'm dead, who gon' take care of mine? Almost had that dough, but death outside my door like Amazon. Hey, they hit the sprint, I was selling drugs by the marathon. I ain't running from the beef, I ain't no Farrakhan. I was trying to get the bank, I keep it on me, I knew I was safe. If I could rewind it, I'll make them pay. I wish that I could find another way. I want revenge, this ain't the end, but I lost way too much blood. I want retaliation, I was trying to make it out the place I come from. Almost made it, almost won, I just pray I ain't done. Almost had enough breath in my lungs, but almost don't mean shit. Once you get hit, you willing to take that risk? Sure you gon' take that risk? Cause almost don't mean shit. Once you get hit, you willing to take that risk? Sure you gon' take that risk? You get in, get a whole lot of money and get out the way, that's the rule in the junk. Wasn't walking out wet on my pistol cause I know they lurking, so I'd rather shoot you than punch you. My uncle just told me the streets ain't forever, I knew I would need to do better. I knew not to stay in the hood, I was looking at real estate, I was gonna be an investment. I was gonna get out the street, I had business ideas, wasn't just sending for sneakers. Wanted to make sure my mama and granny ain't never have another difficult season. I tried to get out of it sooner, swear I was planning on doing a lot in the future. I'm not a loser, I wanted to flip out a profit and then be an entrepreneur. If I had to go to prison, I was gonna do my time and come out and be ballin' like Wallow. I wanted my family to eat, and I know that my baby been tired of McDonald's. I had a vision to be a provider, but now I don't got it tomorrow. And I almost made it out, almost. But almost don't mean shit. Once you get hit, you willing to take that risk? Sure you gon' take that risk? Cause almost don't mean shit.